All right, we know the news has been heavy today, so we're going to turn now to a current event coming up 3 weeks from today on Wednesday, June 17th. A Taste on the River returns to the Bend XPO Center in East Moline, and it's the 31st anniversary for this event. Your evening of food, music, and community will help raise some really critical dollars for our local Red Cross team. And it's why we're joined by Trish Burnett, Executive Director of the Quad Cities and Northwest Illinois chapter of the American Red Cross. Trish, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, 3 weeks away. Are you feeling ready?
I am. It kind of panicked me when you said that, but I'm ready.
Well, it's going to be a fantastic evening. And for those of you that have never been to this event, it's really like a giant taste-off. You got a whole bunch of local chefs that are coming, and how does it work?
It's just a fun night where you can come with your friends and really enjoy great music. The yo-yos play. All these chefs compete for the Top Chef Award. So you get lots of good food and you learn a little bit about the Red Cross mission. But we want it to really be a social fun event too. So you can come with your friends and just enjoy a night out.
Absolutely. And you got a big lineup of chefs this year. I was looking earlier. You have Guyana Grill's coming back. Rhythm City's coming back. Whitey's Ice Cream, Nothing Bundt Cakes. And I'm just kind of scratching the surface. But you really get to go around and try different foods from all of these different chefs.
It's so fun. And, you know, they put on their best show that night. They all bring their top bites, and really, it's just great food and just so much fun.
No, I always go very hungry.
Yes.
I want to be ready to eat everything possible.
And just know you're going to be a little bit bad that night.
Exactly. But that's not all you got. You're going to have live music. You'll have silent auctions. Will the service dogs be back this year?
They will be. Our animal visitation group team will be back this year. All the Red Cross mission pieces will be there. So as I said, you get to learn a little bit about what we do in the community, but in a really fun way, and you get full in the process.
Exactly. All right, so it's a fun night happening on Wednesday, June 17th. And like we said, this raises some really needed money for our local Red Cross. Where does this money go?
It all stays locally, and it helps support our mission. And the biggest piece of our mission really is helping local home fire victims with financial assistance, things like replacing prescription medications, replacing medical devices that may be lost in the fire, sheltering and feeding for those families, mental health and health services for those families. A home fire is a traumatic event, and there's a lot of needs when that happens. And that's what the Red Cross does. And our volunteers go out in the middle of the night to help families in need. And these funds are used to help that. And it's really important work, and it's been a hard year. We've had a lot of fires.
Yeah, I want to get to that in just a second. But I was going to say that, you know, I've been out there at some of those late night, super early morning fires, and it is really incredible when you look over and you can see these families talking to these Red Cross volunteers at 2, 3 in the morning. And often you guys are the first people there providing any services and support. And I do want to mention, even though it's Illinois Red Cross, you cover both sides of the river.
We do. We have Muscatine and Scott County are part of our work, and the Red Cross is everywhere, but our particular chapter, we're all the Quad Cities.
And you mentioned how the need was rising. We were talking before the show started about how, you know, you hate to say it, but there is a house fire season more in the wintertime when there's space heaters and lots of lights being plugged in. But we're seeing a ton of fires right now.
We are, and a lot of multifamily fires. We had one last week. There were 13 people. We had a couple last week, actually. And those really are what has hit us hard this year, because we want to make sure all those people get the services they need and deserve. And it is an unusual time to be having so many fires. Some of them have been cooking fires. Some have been other related things. But it doesn't matter. We need to be there and be ready to help. And that's what our volunteers do. And it's amazing work they do. And we need your help to be able to fulfill the financial obligation of that work. So it's an important event, especially this year.
Yeah, I want to point out a statistic that was just released a couple hours ago by the Red Cross Illinois. And I'm reading off the prompter. I want to make sure I get this number right. But the Red Cross of Illinois has already spent $608,000 this year alone, more than what they projected for disaster recovery. And we're not even halfway through the year.
And in all honesty, that is our fiscal year that goes to the end of June. But the point is, we are way over what we budgeted, and we're pretty good at knowing kind of approximately how many fires. So there's a higher need than we've ever seen here. And it really is taking its toll, and we don't want to miss any services for people. So that's why it's critical we have the funds to be able to do what we need to do.
And if someone's sitting back at home and thinking, wow, I also believe in this mission, I want to help out, you can either volunteer for the Red Cross, which you guys always need.
Always.
Or an easy way is your $50 ticket to a Taste on the River on Wednesday, June 17th.
And you can connect with volunteers there and learn more, too.
Absolutely. Trish, I know you're very busy. Thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the event.
Absolutely. We'll be emceeing again. WQAD is so proud to help sponsor this.
And we're so grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah. And for you guys at home, we made it easy for you. You can find the link to secure your tickets up at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab at the top of the homepage.